Drammissi, she was trying to take that microphone away from me.
I was going to take your thunder.
No, you don't want to do that, right?
Nope.
Tell him, Action Jackson. Tell him you got a dog.
Yeah.
You just sick that dog on her, drag her outside, and bury her. What do you think?
Jeez.
Yeah, nice guy, huh?
Thanks, Dave.
Think nothing of it.
Now it's awkward.
Now it's awkward.
Being a responsible gun owner forces you to consider some unpleasant topics. Do you have an emergency plan?
PrimeRes.com/Alpine does. If you're in the military and you're looking for help with a VA loan, or if you're looking to buy, refi, or just considering a reverse mortgage, call our local mortgage guy that you can trust. Call Chris Wiley at PRMI Mortgage. For nearly 25 years, Chris has been helping local San Diegans with all their mortgage needs. Give Chris a call at 619-722-1303, or just go to PrimeRes.com/Alpine. Mr. Drammissi, A Bump in the Night.
Yeah. So
Nice title.
Oh yeah, it's all my titles are cool. But yeah, this has been a great week actually for Joe the writer, because I noticed yesterday that a real gun writer, John Petrolino, has subscribed to my Get a Grip Substack newsletter.
That's
which
awesome.
Is cool.
Congratulations.
And yeah, so I'm moving along here. So, but I had a student yesterday in class that is in a paralegal program at Southwestern, and was telling me he used one of my articles for a project that he had to do in class. So that was cool.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
they
we're
got
not
recognized.
going to be able to sit with you anymore.
No, this is exploding. Now, I got recognized by Home Depot parking lot Chris from the radio show, which was another cool thing.
Can I get an autograph?
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I'll be,
and a photo.
Yeah, how much they charge for those, right?
They do. I think it's $1.
$1.
We'll see. You know a guy, so we'll be okay. So yeah, Bump in the Night is something that we were going to talk about last week. We didn't get around to it, so we'll talk about it this week. But I was thinking about, we talk about this, the home defense guns and things like that, and what happens, if something happens at night. And there's kind of 4 areas that I looked at in the article. Sometimes a bump in the night is just that. It's just a bump in the night. And it's not really a big deal. I mentioned a friend of mine, actually, that was startled awake one night by the cover of a glass ceiling lamp crashing to the floor. And
Hey, that was me.
That's right. You're famous now, sort of.
Your house?
So your story is famous.
Yeah.
Earthquake?
Yeah. No, it just I don't know, it just got brittle and crashed.
Didn't make the payment?
Positive it was somebody breaking in. My wife and I both were positive it was someone breaking in the house.
An exciting couple of minutes, though.
That was.
But I mean, sometimes it's just that people that have pets, especially cats, have probably been
Hey,
awakened to that kind of stuff. Because I have pugs. Pugs are snoring with me, so that's we don't have that issue.
Way too much information.
But you can have that thing. Another area for the bump in the night thing is when there is actually a human in the house that's not supposed to be there. Not necessarily a human that's there to hurt you. But maybe a family member, this happens, unfortunately, a couple of times a year around the country. But where you'll have, say, a teenage son or daughter sneaks out and then they're sneaking back in. There was just something like that in Arizona a few months ago where, the parent, the homeowner, has no idea. And I think this was just, a daughter climbing back in through the window and ended up getting shot. And, you have from time to time, you'll hear, confused neighbors or drunks wander into the wrong house or the wrong place. So lots of different things can happen. And so, again, if you have a plan, which we'll talk about in a minute, the plan, if it includes a firearm, should include a light. It's you're never, one of our universal rules, right? You never want to shoot at a target unless you are absolutely sure of the target and you know exactly what you're shooting at, which at night means a light. So so you have that, and then you have the two, more serious one, or I guess that one's a serious one. But you have the burglaries, which burglars are interesting because in this country anyway, about 75% of the burglars or burglaries are considered cold burglaries. So burglars in America go to great lengths to come into empty houses. They don't want to confront people. Most burglaries happen during the day, so they're trying not to run into anybody. It's interesting, in Great Britain, the ratio is exactly the opposite. About 75% of theirs are hot burglaries.
Wow.
But again,
Because they don't have any armed people.
Well, they don't, I was going to say they don't have any guns.
That's probably one of the reasons, yeah. And, again, it's interesting on that article. I linked to I found a video. It's an interview with a real burglar. a guy that finally got caught after 20 years or something out in Texas. And when you listen to this interview, it's a police officer interviewing the guy. And the guy, burglar or criminal, is the last thing you would think this guy is. His normal job, he was a personal trainer. That's what he did for real, and then he was a burglar on the side. But he answered a whole bunch of questions, things that how he picks a house to go into, what things might deter him, what he looks for, what he does when he gets in there. And, he says they're pretty much with him, he's in and out in a few minutes, and he's in and he goes to certain places. He goes to the bedroom because, that's where things are. And it was very interesting to watch that. So, if you read the article, link to that video. It's a very interesting video. But again, the guy seems nothing like a criminal. He's kind of a Ted Bundy type where, he's very articulate. Again, he looks like a personal trainer, does not look like a criminal at all. And it's a very enlightening thing as to, what you can do to avoid those kinds of people. And then probably the last category, the most dangerous one, is the home invasion things. And those things, again, they happen every day. They happen all over the country. We just had one in Oceanside, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the homeowner actually shot. It was six people came in.
6 guys.
And he shot and killed one of them. I don't know if he wounded another one. But, you have to think about that kind of stuff because the point of the article is to consider this stuff. And if you've got a home defense gun, because you'll hear a lot of homeowners, my home defense gun is this or it's that. Okay, do you have a home defense plan to go with your gun? For instance, because like in my house, I think I mentioned in the article, if someone were to kick in through the front door, say in the middle of the night, I'd have probably less than 5 seconds before they'd be in the bedroom. Because it's just how my house is laid out. If they come in, assuming they can see where they're going, it's going to take a second to look and see the hallway and about 3 seconds to get down the hallway. And they're going to be there. So that's about how much time I'll have from the crash to I have a gun and a flashlight right next to me. But, that's still really quick to figure out what you're going to do. And
Don't
in
you
my
have a
house,
pug?
I do. And that's what's going to wake me up probably because I probably won't hear the door crashing. And I'll hear the pugs barking.
And the pug will go down there and bite the guy.
But, yeah, the burglar had interesting things to say about dogs, too.
Yeah,
So,
I bet he did.
A pug kind of looks like a burglar.
Yeah, he does. Little flat nose crook.
They got to be careful.
That's true. So, but anyway, you should have a plan there, and the plan's different for everybody. I didn't suggest a plan. I suggested people think about it and figure out a plan because, like in my house, my kids are grown, so it's just my wife and I. So what I have to do is different. If you've got young kids in the house or they're in another bedroom, or if you've got maybe elderly parents that live with you, you've got other people to think about in the house. So your plan's going to be a little bit different because, for my plan is, I'm going to shut the bedroom door, wait there with the gun and dial 911 or call 911 because I don't have to go anyplace else in the house. Trying to clear a house, even the house that is extremely dangerous, especially by yourself. But even police, when they do it, they do it as a team and it's still dangerous for them. So if you don't have to go out there, you don't want to go out there. But again, if you've got kids or something like that, you may not have a choice. You have to do that stuff. The other thing is thinking about, okay, when is, what is my point where I don't go explore and I do call the police? Like with Michael, when you're, when the lamp crashed to the floor, okay, you're thinking, all right, do I go out there and look? Because that it's dangerous to do that if there's really somebody out there.
Or call 911.
Or do you call 911 and potentially look foolish?
One thing, and I'm being totally serious, it was I did a lot of things wrong, according to experts, because I did go out and clear my house. Mm-hmm. I was anyway. I'll just speak for myself. There was an overwhelming urge. There's somebody in your house, and it was a very personal, primal,
You've been violated.
Yeah, that's not happening on my. You know what I mean? There was this. I don't want to say like a bravado, but there was a.
No, yeah, I think you can say that.
It was This is not happening.
You're defending.
You're
defending your house.
That's why I urge everybody to look at that because that happened to me a couple of years ago. I was there, and Nina wasn't home, and the pugs jumped up in the middle of the night, barking. Leaped off of the bed, ran in, toward the front door. I jumped up and ran right after him. And I get down there. I got no gun, I got no light, I got nothing.
Oops.
And they just heard something. But, had that been somebody out there, that was
You'd have to turn around and
exactly
run
wrong.
back.
Yeah, so you got to think about this stuff. So anyway, Mike's telling Dave that it's time to sell
I just
something.
letting him go.
So, well, it's a good discussion.
That's why I said I'm just letting you go.
But because John subscribed, there's no reason why everybody else shouldn't be subscribed to Get a Grip on Substack to read my stuff.
Get a Grip on Substack.
There you
I'll
go.
subscribe.
I'll subscribe too once I find it.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.